What's going on, guys? It's From556 here, back in the video, and today I'm bringing you my updated R6 tier list here. I've made another tier list, and I haven't done one of these in a while. I think it's been 2 or 3 seasons since I did my last one, and I should be pretty quiet right now because I'm in my room and my dad's sleeping pretty close because his room's like right next door. So yeah, but anyway, I kind of had a daily upload kind of thing going for like 3 days, which is nice, but I'm going to be interrupting that with this video, but hopefully I can double upload tomorrow, or today, because I'm recording this early Sunday it is, so I'm going to release my God Squad video hopefully today, and this video. So yeah, I'm basically just going to hop right into it. I organized these by, like, when the operators came out, so yeah. And then I've really gotten more operators. I only have 6 down here for the ones that I don't have, which is pretty good. 0 Ace, Iona, OMI, Malusi, and I actually have Kali. I just got her like about a week ago. And I barely played her, so I don't think it's really fair that I rank her. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and hop right into it. So Doge Zeus says Sledge is better than Thatcher. I highly disagree. I think Sledge is more of like a B tier operator, and Thatcher is an S tier operator, to be honest. I mean, he has the L85, really good gun. I love that gun. It doesn't have ACOG, but 2 times it still works. I mean, that's still good. I'm like, Sledge, it's like, yeah, cool, you can open a barricade with 1 hit, but like Thatcher can like completely disable defenders' gadgets and really help the hard breachers. And like in like the ranked levels, and basically just in general, hard breachers are really nice to have. And people play like Bandit, Mute, Cade, like all those guys pretty often, so he's really nice to have. Alright, next we got Ash, another S tier operator. Up here, she got another breaching round, but she did get flashes taken away, which I never use flashes. I use breach charges, which people questioned me about, but I don't know. But yeah, so I use Claymore now because she has 3. She has 3 breaching rounds with her RPG thing. Alright, next we got Thermite. I'm gonna give him an A. Really good gun. He has ACOG and he's a hard breacher. I like him. I might bump him up to A+. It's like, it's kind of hard for me to like put them in here right now, but like once I have all the operators, I might make some final adjustments. And then Twitch, I'm gonna give her a B. I mean, she's basically worse Thatcher, to be honest. She has a way better gun though, the F2. I really like it. But like her drones, I don't know. There's eh. And then Monty, I'm gonna give him a D. Yeah, probably a D, because you can knife his shield now, and his loadout's his loadout's very bare bones. And yeah, you can like knife his shield, and it's kind of like Clash, but not really. And most of the time people have nitros, so that works, and also impact grenades. So he's slightly useless. All right, now Glaz, my boy, kind of my favorite operator in the game, sort of. I would put him like here, but like for the average Joe, he's probably like a C tier operator, because I like him up here because I use him a lot. I have like 15 hours on him or something, and I have elite skin, so yeah. Not trying to flex, but I do. And then yeah, I'm just gonna put him in C tier for the average Joes, not like people like me who use Glaz all the time. Alright, Fuse, F tier. I'm not even kidding. I hate him. Same with Dojuice. We kind of had sort of a disagreement. We have different opinions on Fuse. He thinks Fuse is good. I really hate him. I mean, maybe I'll put him up to E, maybe. I'll leave him at E just to be generous, but he's completely useless, dude. Even if the only way you can die to one of his things is, here, I'll show a clip on the screen right now of me. I'm like mute and I'm on organ, and the guy does it right next to me, and I can just run away. And it's that easy. Like, the odds of you dying are so low. Yeah, his cluster charges are just like way too easy to avoid. The only way you die is if you're like on cams, or like you're a really slow one speed like Clash. Alright, and then Blitz, speaking of bad operators, I'm gonna give him a D to be generous. I mean, if you know how to use him, he's really good, but I mean, I guess that's kind of with anybody. But anyway, moving on. IQ, I'm gonna say A. I mean, she's got the AUG A2 ACOG, and I use 5.5.2 occasionally. But yeah, overall, pretty good operator. If you have communication, she's A. If you don't, she's like C or D down here, because she's basically only good for yourself and finding the objective if you're playing solo. But with a team, she's pretty good. And then Buck, I'm gonna have to say B. About the same as Sledge. Actually, I'm not gonna like rank it, so like Buck wouldn't be better than Sledge, like you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put them all in the same category. But yeah, you basically just like Sledge with a better gun, technically, if you're good at hitting headshots and stuff like that, and controlling recoil especially. And then Blackbeard, dude, I've been balling out with Blackbeard. I don't know about you guys. I mean, not trying to take my personal stuff into here, but like I've been really good with Blackbeard lately, and like he has a really good gun, and his shield hitting gets 2 of them, so that's nice. Capitao, I'm gonna give him a B. I'm gonna make a B minus tier, or actually a C plus tier, because that's where I think I'd put him. Because like he's not really as good as these guys, but I don't think he's not like bad, but like he's not at the level of Glaz for the average Joe. But yeah, I think he's C plus. I don't really see the point of his fire, to be honest. Like it does like 12 damage per like second, and that's not very good at all. Or like it's something like that, but it's pretty easy to avoid. But like if you have him and Glaz, that's a pretty lethal combo right there, because he has his smoke stuff. All right, Habana, I'm gonna have to give A as well, along with Thermite and them. Her and Thermite have like pros and cons to them. Like if you're good with Habana's gun, she'd be better. I mean, they both have ACOG, they're both hard breachers, but like Thermite is the better breacher in my opinion, because, well, now the new update came out where you can like customize how many pellets come out of her X-Kairos thing. I don't know, but like, I think they're pretty even. Anyway, moving on to Jackal, I'm gonna have to give him a B and C plus tier along with the Capitao here. Actually, I'll bump him up to B, but yeah, I think he's actually no, C plus. That's my final answer. I don't like, he can track one person at a time, and the thing, it has like 3 seconds between each track, maybe longer. So it's like you're tracking one person, and the thing marks him like once every 5 seconds. So it's pretty useless, I say. I mean, his loadout is stacked, but I don't think he's very great. And then same with the Yang, I'm gonna give him C plus. Like not actually C, like not great. Most people play Jager, although after the Jager nerf, Yang might be a little bit better, so I'm going to bump her up to C plus here. Yeah. Moving on, we got Sophia. I'm going to have to say she's A. Yeah, I'm going to say she's A. She's like kind of worse Ash, sort of in a way. Like she has her concussion breach charges things, and yeah, she's basically like worse Ash, kind of. I don't know. I mean, they're pretty similar. They both have their pros and cons, like Habana and Thermite do. But moving on to Dokkaebi. I'm not a huge fan of Dokkaebi. I'm gonna give her C. I don't know. I mean, for the average Joe, I'd say she's C plus. But like for me, Dokkaebi is worse than Glaz. But again, like in a ranked setting, when you have like communication and all that, she'd be pretty helpful. But her loadout is really kind of lacking, but her DMR is pretty good, I'd say, but just not as good as an AR, not even close. Moving on to the Lion, I'm gonna give him a B tier, because he does have ACOG, but his ability is eh. Finka, I'm gonna have to say B tier as well. I mean, like, she's pretty good, because she has her health boost thing, so that's really good, especially if you're paired up with, like, Twitch, and like all these high recoil operators. It really helps them with recoil control. Next we got Maverick, and I ranked them S, but I'm gonna give him an A plus. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say A plus, because he doesn't really have a counter except Clash, and no one really plays Clash. But I don't really think he's S tier since they took away his ACOG. And then Nomad, I'm gonna have to say B as well, up here. I mean, decent operator, but her gadget is sometimes useful, especially when like after you plant. And then Gridlock, personally for me, she's like A. But I'm gonna say, I'm debating between C plus and B. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna say she's B, because she's like, yeah, she's like really similar to Nomad, same with like pros and cons. She does have an ACOG though. Oh yeah, so does Nomad, but I don't know. I like her more than Nomad, but like, I wouldn't say that she's like A tier material. And then Nook, I'm gonna have to say she's like D, along with these guys. Like, she's her gadget is just not good at all. Well, it's good, but like FMG9, it's not great on the attacking side. And same with Amru here, just not a great operator. Basically just D tier. She can do her thing with her grappling hook, and you can go into sight, but sometimes there's like trap hops and like stuff like that. But her loadout is good. Actually, I'm gonna bump her up to C. All right, now we're on to the defenders. Here's our attacking, and actually organize them if you didn't see, like by the operators. And yeah, so moving on to Smoke for starting off the defenders. I'm gonna have to give him a solid B tier. I mean, good loadout, especially if you know how to use SMG11. He's lethal. He's like A or A plus if you know how to use SMG11 really well. And I mean, his ability's all right. I mean, same thing with Capitao. Like it doesn't do much damage, but like I don't know. It's good for like blocking off areas, but people can just kind of like run right through it, and you lose like 30 health, which really isn't that big of a deal. And then moving on to Mute, I'm gonna have to give him a C plus, or yeah, C plus. I mean, yeah, he's all right. I mean, he's basically like Bandit. So actually, I'm gonna give him a B here. He technically has a better loadout than Smoke, in my opinion, because he still has FMG11, but he has MP5K, which I personally like more than the FMG9. So actually, I'm gonna bump him up to A here. And moving on, Castle, bad operator. I mean, I have to give him E, because most people bring breach charges, and the UMP is just terrible. And then Pulse, probably C, because I feel like he's really dropped down for me. Because, like, actually, I'll give him C+, because, like, again, with the whole communication thing, if you got good communication, he's lethal, but, voice cracks. Yeah, he's pretty lethal if you got communication, but otherwise he's not great. Alright, Doc is our first A+ operator. He's A+ because, like, yeah, he doesn't have his ACOG, but he's still the same guy at the end of the day. And then Rook, give him A. I mean, great loadout. He has two times scope, so better zoom than Doc, but I think Doc's ability is slightly better, and I mean, his plates still work. He has people a 2-minute bleed out time, so that's nice. And he also like lets people take a few more bullets than they would usually. Next we got Capcan. I think he's B. Solid operator, but he's kind of toxic. Not really though, because like you make the when you play Capcan, you make the attackers like look at the windows. Like you have to make them be like more cautious than they usually would, because if they walk into the wrong door, then the denial device activates, and then they lose half their health. And Tachanka with the rework, I'm gonna have to say C+. He would have been down here without the rework, but jumped it up a lot. I'd have to say pretty good. I mean, his fire is probably actually I'm gonna give him B. His fire is good, and I like his gun too, but like he's not up here at all. Jager, this is tough. I'm gonna have to say A+. I mean, he's not up here with the S tiers, but like he's, I don't know, I mean, he got nerfed a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal, so I'd say he's like the highest A+, and then Doc here. So like, this would probably be the order. Actually, I don't know, these are interchangeable, I'm not really sure. Alright, next we got Bandit, another S tier operator up here. Basically just great gun, great ability, just everything you want in an operator, 3 speed, so you can roam with him. And then we got Frost. I'm gonna have to say she's B. Because like B is like the middle here. These are like the mediocre operators that are good in some situations, but they're just like really average. So yeah, I mean, she's a trap op, and especially for new players, her recoil isn't that bad, so new players I've seen like to play her a lot. And then yeah, so next we got Valk. I'm gonna have to say she's A. I mean, yeah, great operator, but you get 3 extra cam spots, and people have been really creative with them. So you can like put them on site, do that little trick thing where you like shoot the wall between both sites, and then you can like rotate the camera, if you know what I'm saying. And then Cav, I'm gonna have to say is, I mean, she's either B or C+. I'm gonna have to say put her in B, I guess. Because, I mean, good loadout, good, she kind of has two abilities, but one of them is pretty rare that you get to use. She has her silent step, and I mean, I'm not a big fan of her pistol, but I think for the average community player, like if you're good with pistols, she'd be definitely up here, especially since you can interrogate someone, and that just like completely changes the matchup. And then we got Echo. I'm gonna have to say C+. I mean, he got a pretty big buff, although I'm gonna put him in B because he still has his 1.5, his MP5 SD, and I mean, it's kind of worse, sort of, so like this could be interchangeable, but I think he's still B. Because like, no one's really looking up at the ceiling unless you can custom. Then they'll look up and then the thing will probably get destroyed, but yeah, I think this is interchangeable, but I'd say he's pretty good at B. And then Mira, once again, have to go with B. Because, I mean, Chris Vector, that's all I have to say. Great gun, one of the best in the game, to be honest. And yeah, so. And she has her window, and you can do that little shotgun trick thing, especially since she has that shotgun. Alright, next we got Legion. I'm gonna have to say he's B tier. Why is one? That was loud outside. I'm gonna have to say that he's B tier. Sorry for putting like half the operators in B tier. I'm not even kidding. These are like the average operators. But yeah, I like Legion in B tier because just like his goo mines, they are what they are. I mean, it kind of gives away the position, but once you put down like five or more goo mines, you're not really sure where they're coming from. Alright, next we got Ella. I'm gonna have to say she's also B tier. Sorry, these are like half the operators in the game are like super average, and then there's the worst ones, and then there's the better ones. So yeah, just I mean, pretty decent roamer, good SMG, high fire rate, and actually I'm gonna give her a B+ tier. Make a new tier here, but B+. Because like she has her nice concussion mines, which really help for the people on site. So actually, for that, I'm gonna give her an A, and delete this row. So yeah, there we go. And then Vigil, I'm gonna have to say is an A or A plus or S operator. I'm gonna give him an S because there's great roamer, great all-around roamer. I put him in S last time as well. Just yeah, I mean his ability's but his loadout and him being a 3-speed is basically all you need. And then we got Maestro. I'm gonna give him S, to be honest. I mean, great ability. There's a lot of counters to it though. But the thing that pays off is I believe he has the best gun in the game. The Alda. I really love that gun. I think it's just like the best gun in the game, dude. It's got all you need. It's kind of lacking on damage, but the big fire rate makes up to that. And it has like 60 bullets or more than that. And then I don't know, it's just great. Alright, next we got Alibi. I mean, yeah, he's alright. I'll give her C+. I mean, decent roamer, I guess. And her gun's pretty good though. But her ability is I mean, anyone above like level 50 doesn't really fall for it. And then we got Clash. I'm gonna say D, to be honest, because I don't know. Unless you're in like a 1-on-1 and like a 5-on-5 situation, she's not very good. And then Cade is a B because basically Bandit, but I'd say slightly worse because he's kind of he's at 1 speed, which can help in some situations if you like need an anchor, and like also a Bandit type player, like someone that can counter hard breachers. And his gun's pretty good. It has a pretty low fire rate, or I don't know. It has a pretty high fire rate, just like a mediocre fire rate. And then we got Mozzie. I have a lot of friends that like Mozzie, so I'm gonna give it an A. Well, that's not the reason, but I don't know. I mean, his drones are nice to use because it's like sometimes people on the other team, like on the attack side, think that one of their teammates is droning it out, but in reality, you're on the drone. And I think it's cool because you can like set them up like they're Valk cams, sort of, but like Valk cams are still better. And then we got Warden. I'm sorry, dude, you're getting F or E, dude. I don't know. I mean, probably F, to be honest. And I'm gonna put Fuse in F too. Or actually, no. I mean, he's better than Warden, but he's just not great. I mean, you all you guys know, he's basically useless. And his loadout kind of sucks too. And then we got Goyo. I'm gonna give him B as well, because we got that Vector, and I like his shields too. And then the last one we got Orcs. I haven't really been playing Orcs that much, but from what I've seen, I'm gonna give him a C+. I mean, I don't really see a point in his dashing thing unless you're trying to troll someone, or unless you're doing a rotate, and like, I guess he's like a fun operator, but he's not someone like that you like use in rank, sort of, if you know what I'm saying. And but his hatch climb thing is pretty cool. And yeah, so that is the entire tier list. I'm gonna unzoom here so you guys can see the whole thing. Here it is. So yeah, that's my tier list. You guys can look at it real quick. And I might make some final changes, make sure it looks how I want it to. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Peace.